Well, today I'm super excited to have Stapho Thienpont. He's one of those guys. Perdoneu, quan tinguem la sala, sisplau. Today I'm super excited to have Stapho Thienpont. He's one of those amazing growth hackers which I have met him outside the virtual wall, okay? Stapho is, I think, I remember first time I saw his Instagram, he's a crazy karate guy. Well, it's called Jiu-Jitsu, who is going to tell us a little bit more about it. But one of the things that I like is that he says, our mission is simple, is to empower people to bring the valuable ideas, services, and products to their tribe. Congratulations, Stapho, because I really like what you said. Also, oh, hello, Stapho. I was just doing an amazing introduction.
Yeah, I heard. Very nice. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel shy now. I feel shy. But I was just practicing, really. Let me do it. You know what? We live? Well, we're kind of live, but we're not really. Let me see how this works. What do you use to do Facebook Lives?
Also Zoom as well.
Okay.
No. Use Click Meeting.
Oh, okay. Okay. It works to us kind of well, and I don't want to change it again.
Mm-hmm.
Here, on that in here. Yes. Stapho is from Brussels, isn't it?
Not from Brussels, from Ghent.
Oh, sorry. Where?
Ghent, but it's also Belgium.
Oh, Ghent. Do you want me to present you as a LinkedIn tough leaders and what else?
Yeah. Like we turn CXO, we turn founders and CXOs into LinkedIn thought leaders and generate B2B leads. So that's basically what we do, and then we use whatever we need to get that done.
Okay, you turn founders and CXOs to LinkedIn tough leaders.
Exactly.
Okay, which company?
Marketing family.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Family. Let me copy this information and put it in the Facebook Live. You having a good day?
Yeah, man. I'm having a really good day so far. Yesterday, I went to like one of those isolation tanks. Have you ever tried that?
What's isolation?
So you're in water, and the water it's like salty, so you're floating, and the water has the same temperature as your skin, and you're like closed in, so you can't see anything. So you feel like you're just a floating head. There's no noise, no light, no nothing.
For 30 minutes, something like this?
For 1 hour, I did it.
Yeah. I never been. Is it worth it?
Yeah, super worth it. Super worth it to totally go for it.
Isn't it 1 hour a little bit too little?
My girlfriend did 90 minutes, and she said that was really good for the first time.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 hours that you really like going, like you might go outside.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Maybe. But so like you'll already feel something after an hour. Like there's nothing, no phone, no nothing, no light, no sounds, no smell.
Oh, that's nice. It's because your mind goes like by itself crazy. And does they put you like a little bit of music and stuff?
No, nothing, no noises.
Okay.
Nothing. Just totally isolated.
Oh wow. That's nice. Is it like in a egg type of thing?
Exactly, yeah. How are you?
I'm very happy. I've been working in the summer. Isolation with salt, no?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to find like a center. It's like it's very expensive.
Yeah, I knew one place, and I heard. Today we started doing the LinkedIn mastery.
Oh, how's it going?
I don't know. I just did the first part of the course.
Nice.
We just asked people, and I don't know how many people said, yes, we want to know about it. And it's like fuck it. Then I'm going to do the course, and that's the first. That's the first steps behind my bottle.
Nice.
And nah, it's very simple. It's basically nothing that you don't know, man. But it's basically to promote scrubbing.
Cool.
So, like, we're going to give it for free. It's like benefits, choose the niche, choose your influencers, put 400 visits a day, send them a message, blah, blah, blah. Very basic stuff. Very
Cool.
basic.
Just so you know, I have a client call at 5 my time.
5?
My time, yeah. But I think now, what time is it over there now?
Yeah, we have a customer coming to here to record us a video.
Yeah. So
30 minutes should be okay. Thanks for telling me. 15:36 we should be finishing. Okay. We're going to start.
Yeah, I only need like 20 seconds to change calls. So, but in like 50, 40 minutes, I gotta go for sure.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? What do you really want to talk about?
What does your audience care about? What do they want? What do your people care about? What's important to them?
Well, tell me a few like beautiful hacks on, because you're very practical, and this is what I like about you, like hands-on, man. Like no bullshitting, no no. It's just like 3 hacks that really make someone changing from LinkedIn shitty account to amazing fucking account. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, it's fine. Yeah.
Maybe we can talk a little bit about how to write your LinkedIn. I mean, how to set up your profile as a landing page. That one's like a really common mistake. Then we can talk a little bit about how to write content and then how to get it seen.
Okay.
Those are really good starts.
Profile, then content, and then I would not just say that. I would also say the importance of connection, how many connections you think you need to have, stuff like this. Yeah.
Scrappy, does it scrape posts as well?
Use whatever. Don't give a shit about scrubbing or LinkedIn helper. Whatever you use is fine, man.
Yeah, but just tell me so I know.
Scrubbing, you can scrape, send messages, get the numbers, and those. Yeah, I'm going to hit. Let's go, man. Let me see, where is this baby here, hidden away. And the same, I will transcript this and then send it to you to share.
Very nice.
And share a group. Group is close. Marketing on the phone. Next. Stapho Thienpont. Is that correct?
Thienpont.
Yeah,
Thienpont. That does really matter.
Well, it does. Thienpont. Yeah, man. Okay, I'm going to click go live.
We're live.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't show in my Zoom yet. It's kind of like, okay. Well. Thank you to everyone for being here today. I have Stapho Thienpont at the Growth Marketing Group. Thank you very much, Stapho. He is one of those guys that I met him some time ago on a growth hacking event, and I was surprised by what he's been doing lately. He's LinkedIn Tough Leaders. He's the CEO of Marketing Family, and he helped hundreds of big companies and small companies to make sure they get the leads they want. I just was reading one of a beautiful description that you had on your LinkedIn profile, if I can see it now, but it was about your vision, which I'm going to share while we're talking. Stapho, thank you for being in the show, and let's see if we can learn to teach people as much as we can.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I always like talking to you. You have great energy. I've also been in the group for a while, so it's nice to be a little bit more visible in the group. I have the Facebook Live open as well, so I'll be reading the comments. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll be sure to respond to you. It's great to be
Thank
here.
you. One of the beautiful things that now I can cut it. It's our mission is simple: is to empower people to bring their values, ideas, services, and products to the tribe. And this is such a profound but also very important. You can tell me a little bit more about what Strive, what value ideas, how do you do it?
Yeah, so actually, my co-founder and I, Sonny, Sonny and I have been talking about what is it that we're actually passionate about in the marketing family, and honestly, we are passionate about pursuing growth. So growth in any sense of the word. So growth in the sense of getting more business, but also personal growth and helping visions grow. So what we like to do is we talk to people, founders, CXOs that have some kind of vision, that have a product that they want to bring into the world, that they feel brings value to the world. And we want to put our mind and our programs and our muscle behind those visions to make sure that they manage to reach those people that need them. Because any good product will have a capacity, the possibility, the option to find a tribe, because a good product helps a specific group of people, and what you need to do is be able to tap into that group of people and find them. And this is what we do for people, especially in terms of people that have a B2B product, because LinkedIn is our main strength. So what we do for people is we help them make a content strategy, we create content for them, use a whole series of hacks and tricks to make sure it gets seen by hundreds of people, thousands of people every time, to generate those inbound leads. And then we also do a little bit of LinkedIn outreach. We send messages to people in order to get them to book a sales call. So
I love it. I love it. And I think you're one of those growth hackers who are very practical, man. You really implement the shit straight away. I love to know what 3 tips can you give to everyone in the group today. One would be amazing about if you can talk about how to make a killer profile, how to create content, and how to generate more page views to our own profile.
yeah, so ultimately, no matter what, if you really want to be practical, you gotta know which 3 phases you have into growing something. First, you gotta have a goal. So the goal is going to be like, I want to have leads. Maybe you just want to have visibility. Maybe you want to convert people to visit your website. It doesn't really matter. You gotta know upfront what it is that you're trying to do, because that's going to change how you do everything else. If you know you're trying to generate leads, you're going to write your LinkedIn profile in a way that is basically like a landing page. You're going to use content that works on the correct level of like the buyer's journey. So probably people that are already problem aware, that you're now trying to make solution aware. And it's also going to change the kind of messages that you send to them. So you got to figure out your goal first, then you got to figure out your strategy, and then you got to figure out your tactics. I always like to talk about that a little bit before I give any tactical advice, because ultimately the tactical advice doesn't work without an overarching strategy. But to get like into the nitty gritty of it, you asked about the LinkedIn profile first. LinkedIn personal profiles, they used to be just resumes, right? But now we've moved on to that because LinkedIn is now a little bit like Facebook. It's really a social media where you're engaging with people and making friends and building a network and doing all this kind of things. So, but still, if you're trying to sell something or you're trying to achieve a specific goal, your LinkedIn profile needs to be written for a landing page to fulfill that specific goal. So what does that mean? I mean, the first thing that's super important, you got to have a professional profile picture. You got to look presentable. You got to look like you know what you're doing. You got to look like the type of person that you're trying to look like. Your cover image, also good. You want to have a call to action there. Mostly it just needs to look professional. Now, the number one most important thing about your profile, hands down, is your tagline. And I have a kind of a formula for this. And my formula is very simple. The first 65-ish characters should explain what you do for whom. So mine is like, I turn CXOs and founders into LinkedIn thought leaders. Boom, you immediately know exactly why you would need to reach out to me. It's if you're a CMO, a CXO, or a founder, and you want to be a thought leader. Whatever it is that you do, you need to be able to say that in those first 65 characters. I really like the formula of I do X for Y. And then if you can also add a little different, what makes you different there, that will be fine. Now then you have, if I remember correctly, about 85 characters left to do other stuff with, to the end of your tagline. And what I would advise anybody to put there is to put there why, the reason why you are such an expert. Some show, some proof that you're good. If you've been featured in Forbes, that you're a Forbes contributor. If are you a CEO, CXO, whatever, in a high up in a big company, you got to add there that you're a CEO. Have you won some kind of awards? Boom, you add it in there. Do you have like 100,000 followers? Whatever, add it in there. You got to add the proof that you are as capable as you think you are, as you want people to think you are. Then in your LinkedIn bio, the description of yourself, I think it's extremely important to, first of all, cover the copywriting basics. So the problem, the agitation, your solution, a call to action, and proof of why your solution works. So just like a regular landing page, you need to have all the same parts in there, but you also need to show that you're a real life human being. You know, like you need to show that you have some personality, that you're not just like some robot there trying to sell stuff. You know, so if you have done something cool, if you are interested in collecting special pens, or if you have lived in a monastery or doing whatever.
Or you are a Sujitsu karate guy.
Exactly, Jiu-Jitsu karate guy. You gotta add that in there, because people are gonna read this, and if they're just like, do you have this problem? Well, your life sucks because you have this problem, but you can buy my problem, you can buy my product. If you only have this, they're like, okay, so you're not even like a person. Like, you're still connecting from one person to another person, so you cannot lose track of that ever on your LinkedIn. The next thing I think is super important, and I only have 2 more parts. The next thing I think is super important is to add, to fill in your job roles. So you have current function and your previous function, but you fill it in to show that you're good at what you're currently doing. So let's say I sell shoes, and before I sold shoes, I was like a shoemaker. Then I would write to my profile, hey, from 2012, 2014, I made shoes. And that is where I learned to have a really good eye for which shoes fit which person. If you read this, you're going to understand why you are such a good shoe salesman now, because you have a real passion for shoes. So writing those job descriptions in function of what you're doing now makes you so much more believable from a copywriting standpoint. And then the last thing is you got to have recommendations. So recommendations is absolutely key, because they show that there's real people and they can go visit their profile and they look legit as well. Those real people believe in you, have had a good results from working with you, and they just like you. You know, that's so important. So ask those clients that you have, ask your friends, even not your mom, but like your friends, to send you a recommendation, and tell them, look, I want to be known as the greatest shoemaker / jiu-jitsu karate guy of all time. So please tell people your experience of dealing with me as a jiu-jitsu karate shoemaker guy, right? I have a template for this that I use writing recommendations, and I also use it when asking somebody to recommend me. I ask them 6 questions and then use those answers to write the recommendation for them. And then I send them like, hey, could you post this on my profile using their answer? So if anybody wants that, they can reach out to me and I can send you the.
That's amazing. How can people reach you out, Stapho?
You can find me right here on Facebook, or you can find me on LinkedIn. Better
Also,
document
I
personal
love to say
profile.
to everyone to check the Instagram and scroll down to some of the amazing pictures Stapho has about, because he's a master guy on Jiu-Jitsu, man. And some of we were checking some of sorry man, we were checking some of the pictures here with the team members, and it's like you do amazing crazy stuff with weight and bending like crazy. Congratulations, which I think is great. We talk about the profile and how important is the video, the picture, the back, and next one it's content.
Yeah, I think content is super important because people are focused on what can I do to go super viral and to make sure that every single person on the internet knows who I am.
Yeah, well,
In my opinion, you should do a little bit of that. You do some cool Josh Fisher style posts. You can read his book. He'll explain how to write it. Uh, and you got to do those personal posts so people make a connection with you and show that you have the same concerns as them and that you're human and that you can empathize with their problems and you can make that connection. And it's important. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but I am saying that your main focus from a strategy standpoint should be writing about the stuff that your ideal target audience wants to know about. So how do you do this? First of all, you interview your current customers and you ask them, look, before you bought from us, what was the stuff that you were worried about? What was the stuff that convinced you to actually go with us? What was the problem you would have if you would have never worked with us? What are the things that you were unsure about? All these kind of things. And you make a little internal overview of the information somebody needs before they can buy from you. Ideally, you split this up per title because the CEO is going to have way different questions about you than the CMO or the CFO or whatever. So you figure out CEOs, when they're buying from us, they have this and this and this question. Okay, so you make some content about that. CFOs, they're just worried about how can I figure out if this is actually making us money or losing us money. So you got to write some content about that and you structure it. So people, when they see your content, they know about all the stuff they need to know in order to be able to make a decision. But how do you, so once you've done that, once you've done your homework, you did all the boring stuff, how do you then get the post seen? That's, I guess that's the real question from what people are going to have. So the first thing you got to do before you start with the automation kind of stuff is you got to make a little community, a LinkedIn group chat or a Telegram group chat, doesn't matter. But you make a little group chat with people that want to support each other's content. These should all be people posting at least 3 times a week that are ready to support you. So how do they support you and how do you support them? Is you make a group chat where everybody can put links to their contents and then other people can click on it, like and comment on it, and then put a little thumbs up in the group chat to know that you've done your homework. And because LinkedIn starts thinking that your content is super popular because lots of people engage on it up front, it starts showing it to more and more and more people. The best case scenario is the people that are in this are people that are talking to the same people as you, but are selling something different. Really good way to do it is to start just with the people in your company. If you're working with 30 people and you can get everybody in your company to just like and comment on the posts, that's going to get it seen by a lot more people. And if you can find some of your colleagues from other companies to also do that, that's how you get seen by a lot of people. Once you get that going on, you have a really solid basis. But not just because you're getting more views, but because you're starting to learn how to have a conversation on LinkedIn. You're starting to learn to be part of a network and part of a platform, but really it's a community. You're posting, you're contributing, you're having conversations about stuff people care about, you're browsing in the feeds, you're liking and commenting on other people's stuff. You start getting a feel of this family, the LinkedIn family, and you start really having a positive energy in there, and people will start to see you. So once you have that going, it's going to take you like an hour a day for sure. Maybe you can have an assistant do it, doesn't matter. But your account, your personal account needs to be having conversations in public on LinkedIn all the time. Once you have that going on, you can amplify that with a tool called Lampot. Lampot is a growth hacking tool made by our friend Guillaume Ubeshi, the guy from Lemlist, and it allows you to make one of these engagement posts but automated. So if we grow Lampot and you're in there and somebody else is in there, and you put your post in the Lampot, all the accounts will automatically like on your post. And that way you can automatically...
Lampot, how do you spell it?
Lempod.
Lampot, yeah.
Lampot, yeah. And this allows you to automatically exchange likes with other people. Super duper valuable because it's super fast.
Is it lampot.io something?
I think so, yes. I can check.
Lampot. Well,
no, lampot.com. It's lampot.com.
Lampot.
Lempod.
I have Lampod.
L-E.
Lampo.
L-E.
L-E.
Mpod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, my spelling is terrible. we'll later we'll share the Lampot, which I think it's. I tried one of these tools similar. I think they work very well. The secret is that everyone have to be doing constantly, because in the end, it kind of like, we had a Slack group with a big group, and you kind of like keep forgetting, and in the end, it just disappears, by the way.
Yeah. That's why it's so good to have the automated version of it. The Lampot is really good to amplify it, but it doesn't replace being a part of the community. It gives you a louder voice in the community. It allows you to yell a little bit louder, but ultimately you still got to be engaging with people, because there's just no way around it.
We had a few posts lately. One about the inspiration, about some dogs. It's like some fun. Sometimes we choose some topics because we want to get a little bit of follow. One post that we did got 150-something thousand views, and it was
Nice.
the stupidest video we made with my friend on showing VR on a shoes. So it was like a few months ago, or something like this. Last year, I think, with Matthew, and it's like, fuck. Sometimes it's very random, but it's something that needs to be interesting to everyone. And our last video was about inspiration and stuff like this. It was not about growth hacking. It was not about giving value. And it's content. It's very complicated to get a little bit of traction on LinkedIn, which I think is very important to get anywhere. We talk about profile. We talk about content. But what's the third step?
Networking. Yeah. So
I think what's the importance on why I should have 500 or 5,000? We know the maximum is 30,000. What about if I reach 30,000? You can tell me a little bit the content.
So
sorry, a little bit about the network. Yeah.
So if you know what your goal is for LinkedIn, most likely your goal is going to be to generate more business, right? And in order to generate more business, you need individuals to make the decision to buy from you. A little bit obvious, but I think it's worth repeating. So you're already posting, and you've taken my advice, and you're writing a little bit of really cool stuff, like talk about your dog or AR and that kind of stuff that lots of people care about, or inspiration. You're doing a little bit of that, and then you're also doing a little bit of talking about things that are really, really important for your target audience to know. So if you're posting and you're getting some engagement, who gets to see those posts, right? Well, there's two types of people that get to see those posts. The first type are the first connections of the people that are engaging on it. So if I like your posts, my first connections are going to see your posts. So that's really good. But the thing is, you don't have so much control over that. So if you could make me like your post, because we can make like a little agreement together, but you can't make me connect with your target audience. So ultimately, while I might be getting you views, I might not be getting you clients. So what you want to do is you want to focus on the second type of people that are going to see your post, and that is your first connections. So if I get engagement on my posts, that means that the people that are following me are going to be seeing my posts. And that's the thing that you have control over. So you can use brilliant tools like Scrabby or other tools to connect with the people that are your perfect target audience. so people that you could sell to. So what you want to do is you want to use a tool like Sales Navigator, or even FindThatLead to find a list of people that could buy from you, and you have to be really specific, like people with this company size, have this title in this kind of company. You find those people, a list of them, you connect with them, and then as soon as they accept your connection request, if you're posting, they're going to start seeing your content time and time again, and that will lead them to reach out to you and be like, yo, Shirar, it's time for us to do some business. So that's why it's so important to grow your audience. And then what's best, having 500 people that you could sell to, or having 10,000 people that you could sell to? You have the control of connecting with 10,000, 30,000 people, so why not do it? You might as, because it's just going to make everything else you do so much more impactful. And then about what you can do after you reach 30,000, it's a good question. So as soon as you hit about 25,000 followers, I would suggest that you stop inviting people from your personal profile. And what you got to do at that point is change the button on your LinkedIn profile so it says follow instead of connect. So that will make sure that about 25% of the people that would usually have clicked connect are now going to click follow instead. Then the people that are still going into your connection request, you should filter them very heavily based on them either being very active on LinkedIn, so people are going to like your content, or you should filter them based on, are these people going to buy from me or not? And then what you can do is you can actually message the people that you can't accept because they don't meet your criteria, and tell them, look, I'm so sorry, I can't accept you, I've reached my limits. But I'll give you this free PDF if you choose to follow me instead of just going away. So you start to have to convert those inbound connection requests into followers rather than connections. It's a huge pain in the ass, and there's no painless solution for it as far as I know.
I love these tips because I'm actually reaching, but I am just going to do it now. What you just said, saying like, "Hi guys, I've just reached my limit." Blah 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 blah. Also, the other thing is having a second account and sending people to the second account as well.
Yeah, you could do that. That could definitely do that.
I love what you said about the message. I think it's very clever, and sometimes, you know, we've been inviting so much in the beginning, but now I think it's super important that myself, at least, we have 20-something thousand. You go very careful, and it's super easy stuff. We use Scrubbing. You can use LinkedIn Helper. Now it's closed. I'm sure they're going to open, or DuckSoup, whatever. But just send invitations every day. What do I say? It's like hyper target your niche, you thrive, and by location. Like Josh Fetcher said, man, start in your own fucking city, postcode, city, area, country. Don't go like to fucking the US. It's like play at home and then grow a little bit. Yes, you can do some tests outside or India, China, whatever, but really play in your postcode and then increase by little, which I think is super important. And it has make a difference because then people really accept you because you are local, because you are in the same similar segment. I think it's super important. Don't go like, oh yeah, best customers are in New York. No, best fucking customers are not in New York. Best fucking customers are just probably your neighbor is a fucking best customer. I don't know if it's happening to you.
Well, for me, so I'm like one of those internet kids, you know, like that move around a lot and stuff. So for me, my neighbors are the people that are hanging out in the same Facebook groups, the people that are, you know, in the same group chats as me. Those are my neighbors.
You're right.
But I stick to my neighbors as well, especially in the beginning. So the first people I'll talk to is the people that are in my community. For me, I live in Sofia now. I'm originally from Ghent in Belgium. So I'm not really reaching out to people in Ghent. I'm not really reaching out to people in Sofia. But exactly like you said, I'm reaching out to those people that are already in my community. I agree with the advice.
I love, man. Thanks for agreeing in a different way. I think it's beautiful. Also, another recommendation kicking in, like it's whoever you have on LinkedIn, sending an invitation on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, because I think it's beautiful to have like they see you as a human being with your parties. What hobbies do you have? What do you do in your free time? I think it's super important. What do you think about that?
No, I think so too. The more you can, like I historically I haven't been the best at this, but I do think it's very important.
You're very
And
good on Instagram, man.
thank the way I would advise people to actually do this practically is to have some high value exclusive content on one platform, and then you switch platforms. So on LinkedIn, you're like, hey, I'm gonna do this crazy Facebook Live. Please go there, and then to get there, they have to like first sign up to your messenger bot or whatever, and the messenger bot invites them into the group. And then in the group, you're like, hey, I'm gonna do something crazy on Instagram, so you can come check it out over there. And just like always, switch up the locations where you're doing the most value, and give people that opportunity to go follow you directly. I mean, there are growth hacking. There's ways to growth hack a lot of these kind of stuff, but ultimately, I like to, as much as possible, make it so that people make the action themselves. So I'd rather have them click a link and go be my friend there, rather than me like figuring out how to do it with Phantom and then follow them and unfollow them and that kind of stuff. It's great. I don't have anything against it, but I just noticed that the people that take the action themselves are a little bit more engaged and ultimately lead to better.
One funny thing about Instagram, I just put my account private, and then I can see who really wants to see me is following. And I'm actually reaching to them. It's like, oh, how did you meet me? By hand. I used to have bots on Instagram, blah, blah. Man, I like it. I enjoy it. And it's something like enjoy every growth that you do. And I think it's super important on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, or Twitter. I think it's amazing. We reached to the limit, Stapho. You said, please, 3:33. That's it. I'm stopping you, not because I want to, but because I think you have a customer visiting just shortly after.
I have a few more minutes.
Oh, okay. I think it would be also amazing to have you back. I don't know, just in a few weeks to talk about any other hacks, because I love the way you explain things like the profile. I already learned a few things that we're going to implement ourselves. What other recommendations, what other bombs can you show me? First of all,
yeah, I have a good one.
First of all, is the marketing family can do this for every company or everyone listening in the group? Please reach out to the marketingfamily.com, I guess. Stapho?
Yeah. No, actually, they got to reach out to me directly.
Okay,
I took the website offline because I want to redo it. I didn't like how it looked.
Okay.
But we'll have the web.
Go to Stapho and ask him, Stapho, please, how do you usually work as a freelancer, as a company?
So we're an agency. So what we'll do is we'll talk to the founder and the CXO people and ask them what their goals are. And actually, either they want to position themselves as a thought leader, so they want all the stuff that we talked about today done for them by people that do nothing else but do this. So then they ask us to do it, or they want more leads, and then we'll do more of a cold outreach kind of campaign. But usually we'll actually do cold outreach to their ideal target audience, and then at the same time, the really, really solid content written by a professional copywriter, and then they play together. So I talked to one of my clients yesterday, and he told me, look, I saw we did some cold outreach to somebody. He didn't reply to any of the 5 messages that we sent him. Then last week, he liked my post. Then he got back to me over chat, and now we're on the phone, and he's in my CRM, and we have started the sales process. So we do make sure that both the content and the outreach all works together to just make it like one big, beautiful lead generating machine, and make sure that all these people already like, know, and respect and trust you before you ever even get on the phone with them.
I love it. And when you were saying the LinkedIn bio description, I think you said in 2 or 3 times, you said, whenever you show, tell them problem, solution, you prove, and what else was it?
Problem, solution, proof, probably benefits as well, and then a call to action in the end.
Okay, let me write it, because I think that's probably the secret of content, isn't it, in a way?
There's I can share a link later on. It's on Copy Hackers. It shows like all the proven copywriting formulas, and there's like 1,000 templates that you can follow for any kind of copy you need to write. What I was trying to say is you got to follow the normal good copywriting standards, guidelines, templates, and you gotta add to that the fact that you're a real human being and not just a company. If you want to write your LinkedIn bio. So you asked me to give you one more like gold nugget, something that's really powerful.
Yes, please. Go for it.
So here's something that I originally totally stole from Charlie Price, but that we've been implementing in our company as well. And that is just give people stuff when you do cold outreach to them. So be like, hey, I noticed you're a CMO and we've made this ultimate guide for CMOs to look more handsome in the morning, right? Like, so you make something, it could be a webinar, it could be an ebook, it could be a free tool, whatever. And you make it so it's specially made for specific type of people. Then you find those people and you're like, hey, you know what? I see you're a CMO. I wanted to give this to you. And then if you want to get them on the phone or whatever, that's kind of like your follow-up message. But just adding a free gift in your cold outreach from our data improved like conversion rate by 33%. So it's been pretty crazy in our tests. It's just like the same sequence, same type of people, 33% more positive responses if you give them something away for free. And I think this is something that people are not doing. They're like, hey, I have this to sell. Check my website. My website's great. I'm great. You should totally buy it from me. You know, like you unless there's like a huge gap in the market, that doesn't really work. But if you're like, hey, I have something specifically for you. I think it's going to make your life better. I want you to have this. You don't even have to give me your email or anything. Here, just take it. And then you ask for something. It just puts you in such a good position to build a good relationship and to also initiate the sales process as well. So that one would be a big one.
I love it. And I think it's something very easy to do. If you have an ebook, kind of try to remake it for the CMOs and for the CFOs and for, I think it's good stuff. Even to do a 5-minute fucking video showing them how to do a LinkedIn growth, how to do LinkedIn bio. It's like, oh, this is the guide for CMOs, stuff like this. I think it's
yeah.
And sometimes we block by like, yeah, how shall I fucking do an ebook, a course and stuff? It's like, just get room, just get video and just do it right now.
Yeah, 100%. That's something you're really good at, executing fast. Okay, I always see you jump on stuff like this, and then
yeah, it's super important, man, because it's like if it's not done like instantly. And one of the things that we talked on last time is like, do not care about the results. You know, just the result of doing it is the best. Oh man, it's kind of like the best feeling it gave me. Once it's done, it's done. Whoa, I love it. That's it. My day is done. You know, whenever you make. We get the pleasure of selling. It's not really the money. It's like, oh yeah, someone really like got us our product. This is like the real pleasure, which I love it, man. We're doing a LinkedIn mastery. I was like, listening to your stuff, man. It's like, fuck, I know so little. I think I'm going to call you and we can do some stuff together because Jerry, the growth guy here in the office, set me up to do a fucking LinkedIn course, which I'm not really into, but I just like, fuck it, let's do it, man.
Hey, I'd love to support you in your course.
Okay, I'll share you. I can give you like free. I don't know if it's going to be free. We don't know if it's going to be paid. It's just like funny stuff. But we
love to help, for sure.
Okay, we love to throw out and see. We did, and just as an example to everyone, we throw out some questions on Facebook. I think it was on LinkedIn. It's like, hi guys, does anyone want to have the free part of the LinkedIn Mastery course? Fuck, I don't know how many likes at Salsa people said yes, please. And we're like, fuck it, we should spend some time. We're going to do a first version, and from there we take it others, you know. And what I want to do, anyone can do a course on your niche. I think it's so important. Like you guys, Stapho, you can do so many courses and give it for free as a promotion, and anyone on the niche market as well. I think it's brilliant. All right, man. Stapho, thank you very much. We'll write this down and send it to social media. They will contact you, and just thank you very much for everything, Stapho. You're amazing.
Thank you for having me. I always enjoy talking to you. I hope to hear from you soon. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to me directly on Facebook or on LinkedIn, and I'll do my very best to get back to you as soon as possible and help you out with whatever you need help with. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, Stapho. See you soon. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.